about that. Definitely a factory float, which means he's going into starport right away. The factory, it's probably like a double-edged thing, where like if Shine is top left, this can be annoying, and if not, at least he knows one location he's not in. But yeah, that should mean that Royal is going towards starport, but he's not actually mining enough gas for that. This is a strange game. Like he might have this optimized in such a way where he goes like starport with just enough gas so he can get a quick command center, and then probably a Wraith. That's my guess as of right now.
Okay, so it's probably going to be the Terran sort of acting first with the two sides here. And that factory is going to, in fact, be floated over there. He's going to kill off these structures blocking the expansion. And that's the second starport being made, right? Or is that the first?
No.
Was that a command center being made? I'm sorry. Okay,
yeah.
So command center being made over there. My bad, guys.
Command center and then the one starport, which, again, will probably just go directly into Wraith for scouting.
And so, yeah, I mean, for Shine here, from the Terran's perspective, Artosis, are you more concerned with Mutalisk play or some kind of ground play, like Hydralisk, maybe Lurker, Zergling, something like that?
Yeah, Ling Lurker is the most dangerous thing that can occur here, without any doubt. That is where the real danger can come from. Mutalisks are like... I mean, we know every fucking timing for Mutalisks at this point, Tasteless. There is nothing that can surprise a Terran player for when the Mutas come. So that's not something you're going to be afraid of. Like, you're afraid of it because it's the best unit in the game, but that's why. Not because it's not like a surprise and you know what to do. So, right now he's actually going 2 starport rated. So this is really interesting because that's a pretty fast command center plus 2 starport raids. So we're going to get to see how good is the micro of Royal.
Yeah, this is going to be the big test, I think, for that. And so we have the, at this point in time, Zerg just continuing to focus on development. That control center being added on here for Cloak for the Wraiths here. And one thing about Wraiths, they're kind of, in some ways, they're like the funniest unit in the game. They do a lot of damage to air. They do almost no damage to the ground, and they're extremely brittle. Mm-hmm. It is almost like the accentuation of everything about Terran, where it's just such a glass cannon setup, you know, where like they are so extremely powerful air to air. Oh, good save, by the way, with the drone there, just forcing a creep colony. But this will probably come down to Wraiths versus Mutalisks. Yes. And I think the kind of pinnacle of that tension is going to be the Overlord on top that is going to try to spot for the Mutalisks, and the Wraiths trying to snipe that to then snowball the fight and kill the Mutas.
Yeah, that's where it gets really dangerous, because not only do you have to have micro that's like equal to what Zerg has with these Wraiths, you have to play tactically very, very smart, because if an Overlord suddenly pops in, like... Mutas beat Wraiths, just to be completely transparent about this. If they can see the Wraiths, they win.
Yes, 100%. Actually, I'm glad you explained it like that, because I think I didn't quite emphasize the most important part. The Wraiths will die so fast to the Mutalisks, unless the Mutas can't see them, and then the Mutas will die so fast to the Wraiths.
Yes.
And so we're basically going to witness this arms race here on both sides. And by the way, again, you know, Shine, I think on a map that gave him a lot of opportunities to beat Cheesy, has elected to go for a very, like, you know, tested, standard approach here, which is, again, I kind of welcome it. It's cool to see him also, you know, expand as a player here.
Well, I mean, that's what we were saying, right? Is that he does need to be able to do things like this. And yeah, you can see right there, right? 3 volleys and he kills a Muta with 5 Wraiths there, because they're cloaked. So from here, yeah, Hydras are starting to pop out, and, you know, obviously he's going to have to get Overlord speed, some great micro coming out of Royal, dealing some reasonable damage. This position is very, 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 very good for Royal. Like,
yeah, I like the stuff for Royal so far.
Yeah, he's in really good shape here. Like, the thing is, you have to actually practice doing this strat, or strats like this with Wraiths, a lot to get to this level. Not every Terran can do this, because you have to have that micro and then also understand your transitions. But the fact that, like, it was Mutas from Shine, they didn't do anything, and now he's going into, like, Hydra Ling and maybe Lurker, it's like, oh, this is this is a wonderful position.